If your mother ever told you to stop playing those stupid video games, you're wasting your life and nothing will ever come of it. Well, she's probably right. Unless you play Fortnite, that is. An American teenager has just taken home over $3 million for winning at playing Fortnite. Kyle Gerisdot, who goes by the name Bugger, is only 16 and took his share of $30 million, the largest prize pool in esports history, for winning the Fortnite World Cup Solos event this weekend. The runner-up, named Psalm, who scored 26 fewer points than Bugger, had to make do with only $1.8 million. Now, $3 million isn't a bad return for just playing games. To put that into context, Tiger Woods only won a paltry $2.07 million for his recent golf Masters victory. Bugger only had to best 40,000 players who participated, attempting to qualify for the finals over 10 weeks of online qualifying. I know that this could pretty much change my life forever. It's just absolutely unreal. Bugger has played Fortnite professionally since he signed with his esports team, the Sentinels. A win like this doesn't come easy though. He estimates that he plays 6 or 7 hours per day against some of the best players in the world. From here on out, it's pretty much just the beginning, he said. I'm going to go to any tournament I can and keep improving. He won't have long to wait for his next challenge. The US Open will take place next month, where the winner will take home $3.85 million. And with Fortnite and esports popularity apparently still on the rise, teenagers winning millions of dollars by playing games may well become more common in future. British teenager Jaden Ashman, who is only 15 years old, finished second in the duos competition and took home over $1.1 million. The moral of the story is clear. Who needs school? Just play Fortnite, innit?
That's a staggering amount of money.
It's just so much money.
It's so much. Tiger Woods, one of the most successful, well-known golf players in the world, didn't earn that much.
5 or 6 hours of training per day we playing. I mean, it is a commitment. You got to hand it to these people who win these big prizes. It's not just Joe Blogs off the street of like playing in his bedroom like every once in a while ends up winning loads of money because he got lucky. There's pretty much no luck involved here. You've got to really be committed. You've really got to know what you're doing. You've got the guy went on Jimmy Kimmel and talking about discussing with his friends the tactics and strategies and stuff that he uses when he plays. So you got to think about it. It's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of effort that goes into it too.
It's incredible that Epic have managed to bring all this money together, because it's a 30 million prize pool, and the winner gets the 3 million, and then everyone else gets incrementally lower amounts. So you could still end up with like 50k even if you didn't do very well.
Absolutely huge competition, and you're absolutely right. It was an epic competition, right?
Why are you the way that you are?
One thing that I'm certain I've read somewhere is that esports as an industry isn't actually as big as the esports people would have you believe it is. They've just put a load of like flash and lights on it to make it look bright and everything, but it doesn't actually earn a lot. If you're competing, evidently you do, but esports doesn't bring a lot of money into the people running it, so it's an interesting one.
They're in the wrong profession. They want to get playing the games rather than organising.
But enough about a Fortnite kid earning too much money. Let's go for the daily news nuggets. The PlayStation 4 has become the quickest console to sell 100 million units, surpassing the Wii and the PS2. Sony's game and network services also made a record profit in the 2019 fiscal year, mainly due to the growth of digital game sales, which are now at 53%.
Nintendo have had their fair share of good news too. They've sold a total of 36.8 million Nintendo Switch units to date since the console launched a little over 2 years ago in 2017. In that time, they've also sold a total of 210 million games, which is an impressive software tie ratio of 5.7. So it's software tie ratio. I sound like I know what I'm talking about there, don't I?
I have no idea.
I just read it off someone's tweet.
Nintendo's new JRPG Fire Emblem Three Houses is igniting fans' hearts and has taken the top spot in the UK sales charts. Despite being a Nintendo Switch exclusive, Fire Emblem more than doubled the sales of Bethesda's multi-platform release, Wolfenstein Youngblood, across all platforms. Wolfenstein, which received mixed reviews, had to settle for the number 2 spot.
We got another Death Stranding trailer recently, which focuses on a character named Heartman, played by Nicholas Winding Refn, whose heart stops every 21 minutes. Yeah, that's right, the character named Heartman has a problem with his heart. Fun fact, other characters from the game are called Dead Man, Fragile, and Die Hard Man. No prizes for guessing their defining characteristics. Hideo Kojima may well be a genius, well, so I'm told, but he sure sucks at naming his characters.
They really are terrible, and he's always been terrible at it. Like, I love it, his games, but Jesus Christ, they're bad.
Wow.
That trailer is so pretentious. Fans of the Hitman franchise rejoice. IO Interactive may well be working on Hitman 3. Danny O'Dwyer revealed in his latest no-clip documentary that the team is working on new Hitman content and looking ahead to the third Hitman game. The company is also working on a project called The World of Assassination, which according to IOI CEO Hakan Abrak will be one game with all the locations starting from Paris in Hitman to the last location in Hitman 3.
Remedy published a new story trailer for what looks to be August's biggest game, Control. The trailer takes us through the game's location, the mysterious oldest house, and shows off more of the game's strange visuals. The game is due to be released on August the 27th on PS4, Xbox One, and PC via the Epic's Game Store.
Fallout 76 is getting MMO-style raids, which will arrive on August the 20th and will take place in Vault 94. In other good news for Vault dwellers, Fallout 76 will also be getting a dialogue system like Fallout 3 with a list of responses, not just the generic trash responses that were in Fallout 4. This new system will be implemented when the human NPCs arrive in the game with the upcoming Wastelanders update sometime in 2019.
A new gameplay trailer for Blair Witch just released, and the big news is that the game, developed by Bloober Team, will allow you to pet the dog. It releases in a month's time on August the 30th.
Have you ever dreamed of playing as a samurai Woody from Toy Story? Well, you're in luck, thanks to dedicated Sekiro modder Huckleberry Pie, who's made your dreams, or nightmares, come true. Huckleberry Pie says the mod, which is available on Nexus, was inspired by a recent visit to the cinema with his cousin. So the warm, fuzzy Toy Story 4 about friendship and growing up and all that, he was thinking, no, how can we stab people?
I mean, I wouldn't fuck with Woody.
No, I mean, he's psychotic. He's crazy.
Shut up! Just shut up, you idiot!
There you have your gaming news and nuggets for today. If you want to go check out anything that we've mentioned in this segment, head down to the description of this video. We've got links to everything that we've just discussed. Now, let's do a joke of the day. The joke of the day comes in from the PGG Discord, which you can get access to from as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. You get the podcast 2 days early, as well as access to the Discord and this awesome Bad Dad Jokes channel. Take it away, Henry.
So this one comes in from frequent joke supplier, Frozen Monkey. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo? One's a big, heavy animal, the other's a little lighter.
The Zippos are quite big like this, actually.
Well, not compared to the big, long ones, I guess, like candle lighters. I'm trying to think of a way to make. I'm trying to make it like
a little lighter. I mean, yeah, I get. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good. Zippos are big. I mean, you can get little lighters than Zippos. It's not like a little. But it's good. Thanks,
it doesn't
Frozen
rhyme
Monkey.
with hippo.
Cheers. And we should encourage him. Thanks, Frozen Monkey. Appreciate it.
You just didn't get it. Rockstar Games are known for their massive sprawling open-world franchises such as Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. Both of those series predominantly feature criminal activities like murder and theft, but reportedly the company itself is being a little naughty too. According to the investigative think tank TaxWatch UK, Rockstar North in Edinburgh hasn't paid a penny in corporate tax over the last 10 years. While that crime certainly isn't of the same scale as a multi-state murder spree in Red Dead, the company owes a whole lot more than a wagonful to the taxman. TaxWatch breaks down the amount of money that 2013's Grand Theft Auto 5 has earned since its release and estimates $5 billion in operating profits between 2013 and 2019. $800 million in sales of Grand Theft Auto 5 in the first 24 hours of release, $6 billion estimated total sales of Grand Theft Auto 5 since 2013, and $3.4 billion in total bonus pool available to the top managers and staff at Rockstar Games from 2009 to 2019. What makes these proceedings even more interesting is that Rockstar received more than $42 million in tax relief between 2015 and 2017. According to TaxWatch, video games tax relief works by reducing the taxable profit to a video game developer. Developers can deduct an extra 25% of qualifying expenditure from their taxable profit. If the game is loss-making, then the developer can claim a cash credit from HMRC. According to the UK government's website, tax relief means that you either pay less tax to take account of money you've spent on specific things like business expenses if you're self-employed, get tax back, or get it repaid in another way, like into a personal pension. This basically means the tax taken on a company's profit is lower, or money is paid back into the business by the government to help cover operating costs and business expenditure. That $42 million which Rockstar received also makes up 19% of the £227 million total tax credit paid to the whole games industry in the UK. So Rockstar and their parent company Take-Two managed to avoid paying any corporate tax to the UK government while actually getting money back from that same government. It's clearly not just GTA where Rockstar are pulling off their heists. To qualify for the video game's tax relief scheme, the game in question must be culturally British. GTA 5 was officially certified by the British Film Institute as being culturally British in 2015. You know, that game set in a parody of Los Angeles, featuring 2 Americans and 1 Canadian as main characters, none of whom are played by British actors, and is an all-round satire of American consumer culture and materialism. The main thing that qualifies the game as culturally British and therefore eligible for tax relief is that it was developed primarily in the UK. This certification is what helped Rockstar acquire so many tax credits from the government, but the company avoided corporate tax altogether by fiddling their own profits. Looking at Rockstar North independently, it seems like they haven't made any profit and in fact made a loss. But that's because everything is routed back to Take-Two and then redistributed from them. This means that according to Rockstar's books, they don't need to pay any corporate tax. But TaxWatch thinks differently. It is our opinion that a more appropriate allocation of profit between the US and UK would have resulted in substantially more profit being allocated to the UK. This would have meant that Rockstar North would not be eligible for a payable tax credit. Instead, Take-Two and the Rockstar companies should have had a substantial tax liability in the UK. So, to round up, the culturally British game, Grand Theft Auto 5, meant that Rockstar North could claim tax credit, but apparently they didn't make any profit, so didn't have to pay corporate tax. That may all be a bit confusing, but at least it's better than Dutch's plan.
I had a goddamn plan!
Jesus, that's a lot of words.
Yeah, you take a drink, dude. You've earned it. They didn't make any profit because they didn't sell the game themselves. Take-Two was selling the game. This is like such a loophole, and they're getting away with it. Like, they get away with paying no tax. They're a huge corporation. And isn't this what's wrong with the world? Isn't this why like people like us have to pay through the nose tax? And like big corporations, big wealthy corporations who have $32 billion or whatever over like a 12-year span to all their executives, that's where all the money's going, and dickheads like us are left paying the tax so their company can run.
And it's GTA 5, which a while ago was revealed to be the most successful entertainment product of all time. Not just game, like film, music, TV, whatever. It made more money than all of them. And something I kind of gloss over here because it wasn't entirely relevant, but it's still quite troubling, is that so much of that profit went as royalties to some of the higher-ups at Rockstar. Even though it's not really royalties, it's just they're getting a big chunk of the profit that they can kind of fiddle with their own personal tax stuff. So it's all dodgy, it's all weird, and they just need to sort it out.
Yeah, fair play to TaxWatch raising this issue and making dickheads like us talk about it so that other people can become aware of it too. This is something that's picked up traction. GTA 5 had just launched their most recent update, which was like the gambling one. Some people asking questions like, is this really what you want to do? Focus on gambling? They're just not paying taxes, and tax avoidance and gambling. It sounds like some sort of gangster movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've got an underground like speakeasy somewhere in Los Angeles or something.
It's like an actual mission or something from GTA 5. It's funny how the game parodies real life, eh?
So if you want to follow up on any of the stories we've covered today, be sure to check the description below for links to all of them. If you like what you see and you want to see more, maybe hit the bell and that subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment down below on what you think about any of these stories. Give us a like, helps out in the algorithm. If you like the content we've been making and you want to help us make it, go on over to patreon.com/prettygoodgaming. And as we said earlier, get access to the podcast a little bit early, access to the Discord with that incredible Bad Dad Jokes channel. I've been Henry, he's been Gaz. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Sony has officially sold over 1 million PS4s.
You said 1 million.
Did I? Well, wow, what an achievement.
Wow,
1 million units. Blimey. 1 million units surpassing the Wii and the PS2.
1 million again, dude.
Did I see 1 million again? Right. 100 million units surpassing the Wii and the PS2. Give me $3 million.